Yeonpyeong is really a ghost town right now. This was a quiet island village, around about 1,300 people. I would say most of those people, perhaps 1,000 of those people, have left to go to the mainland, where they're now being put up by family and friends and others in makeshift shelter. It really is a ghost town. It's quite eerie. You go through here and there's lots of Coast Guard, there's lots of military. We saw South Korean gunships just off the waters here as we arrived, but inside, nothing. Barely even, you don't even hear a dog barking. There's certainly no shops are open. A very, very strange sight in terms of destruction. If I look around, there are certainly houses that have been flattened by this, but standing right next to houses that are intact, which is quite extraordinary. But let me just take you for a walk through one of these houses right now. You can probably, I'm just stepping through one of the doors here that's been completely unhinged by the attack. Now, this house was destroyed. It is just strewn with rubble. There's a very, very strong smell of smoke still in the air, and there's glass. I think you can probably hear the glass just cracking underneath my feet here. Ash everywhere. What's really eerie here is that here were people who were living lives that completely oblivious to the tensions that were going on, and suddenly they were thrust into the middle of all of this. Many of the people that I've spoken to have said that how stunned and shocked they were, and how ferocious this was, and how sudden this was. It's just an indication of their lives. I'm just walking through what would have been a kitchen, and here are dinner plates, broken plates, pots and pans, cups and saucers. There's an electric fan that I'm holding in my hand now that is destroyed. There's just to my left over here, what would have been once a bedroom. There's a bed. There looks like what would have been a bookshelf, and a whole lot of books that are charred and burnt. So it really is an absolute scene of total destruction. And this is what so many people were saying to me when they left here. They were concerned that they had no more homes to go back to if they ever want to come back. And some people saying they simply don't want to come back. They won't feel safe when they get back here. You can see around me as well, if I can just describe this scene to you, there is also pock marks in the walls here where it was shelled, where you can see bits of shrapnel that have hit the wall. We can also, we saw in other footage as we came in, some of the disused shells that are still strewn around the ground here. So an absolute ghost town. Most of the people have left, and many of these homes, Rosemary, shattered beyond repair.
Yeah, and Stan, you know, as you describe that total devastation, it's just extraordinary as we watch the pictures and you walk through the region there. The problem for the people on this island, and many still remain, don't they, is the vulnerability of this island and indeed others in the region.
Absolutely, Rosemary. They've been caught in the crossfire, and that's what makes this different to previous flashpoints. You know, the North Korean War, or the Korean War, rather, is a war without end. It's had a 57-year armistice, but there is no truce, there is no peace treaty. So they're used to ongoing levels of conflict, military to military, but not civilians. And that's what makes this so different, that civilians have been caught in the middle here. And people that I've spoken to have said they can't remember a time when tensions have been so high. Yes, there have been attacks before. Yes, there have been military clashes. But the fact that civilians now feel that they are vulnerable has really heightened the tension here. And Rosemary, I'm just going through another door, and here, once again, another house. I'm sure that you can hear the crack of the tiles and so on just underneath me, and again, the remnants of what would have been somebody's life completely destroyed, and that strong smell of smoke very much in the air. But getting back to your point, these people do feel vulnerable, and now that we're seeing these military exercises planned between the United States and South Korea, well, North Korea once again looking at that, and no doubt going to see that as a provocation. The fear is that we'll see once again a retaliation or some sort of action from North Korea.